Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd. The news headlines comes to you compliments Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
From the Grenadian capital, this is Network News for Monday, January 20, 2025. In the headlines, father and son sustain injuries in house fire at Mount Parnassus on Saturday. Peter David officially resigns as a member of the new National Party. High Court judge finds attorney Denison Forrester George guilty of defaming attorney Nigel Stewart. Grenada hosts three-day CUSO International Blueprints for Gender Equality project meeting. Also in the news regionally, 46 U.S. President Joe Biden pardons Marcus Garvey in his last full day in office. Further afield, Donald Trump is sworn in as 47th President of the United States. Plus, in the sports news, West Indies lose first test against Pakistan by 127 runs. Hello, everybody. We'll be right back.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
With the details, I'm Kenroy, Baptiste. Members of a family of Mount Parnassus St. George are seeking assistance after their home with all their belongings went up in smoke on the weekend. In addition to this major material loss, 2 family members, father and son, were injured. Christina John spoke with the father hours after his release from hospital on Monday.
I am standing on the site of what's left of a newly constructed 2-bedroom house that went up in flames on Saturday in an area called the Coconut in Tempe, St. George. GBN visited the site earlier today and spoke with the homeowner, who narrowly escaped with his 4-year-old son.
We were home sleeping, and then I heard screaming and calls from all over the yard. So time I got up now and I opened my eye, I saw the house in flame. So then now I ran outside, out of the sleep and the days I ran outside, and then I remember, well, as I reached outside now, I remember that I was lying down inside with my child. So I started calling his name and looking for him now, but the whole house was done engulfed in flames. And then, well, I ran back inside the house, and that's how I got all the bruise and the cuts and everything. So yeah, I ran back inside the house and I had to pull him out from inside of the flames, and then we end up outside, and as soon as we reach outside, the roof came down inside the house, just where we were. So I ran back inside in the fire. The floor was burning, so I got the majority. Well, I got some burn mark under my feet, and how I was pulling up the partition and thing, looking for a way to find him, I got these in my hand and my legs. I fell. Yeah, so I got the burn marks on my legs, in my hands, my fingertips, and under my feet. Here, my hair was out. It was only today I plait my hair, but my hair was loose, and probably how the plait was on my forehead and the flame and everything, how I ran back in the house, so the hair stick onto my forehead and I pull it off. So that's how I got the mark on my forehead. And I'm here now thanking God to be alive and thanking him for saving me and my son, and having me to see this testimony today, because if it wasn't for God, then probably both of us would have been dead if nobody didn't see the fire, or if it was an enclosed something and he didn't hear he had much blaze at the time, probably we might have suffocated or whatever instead of the smoke before we got burned or whatever. Having
lost everything, St. Paul is seeking the public's assistance to rebuild his home.
The stuff that a house would have, the majority of stuff that a family house would have is what we lack. And I just finished build. Just New Year's Day, we had get the place wired and everything. Just New Year's morning, the electrician had come on wire, and this is what happened today. I mean, if there is anybody out there, well, I know there will be people out there listening and stuff like that. So if anyone has anything to donate or anything to offer, or anything, whatever you think will be needed, because as I said, we lost everything and there is nothing. If there's anybody out there that want to do anything that will help, we'll appreciate it. And you can come by my mom, or you can contact my wife at 534-3869, and we will be more than happy to accept anything, whether it's clothes, food, or whatever little it is. Any assistance will be appreciated.
St. Paul expressed his gratitude to all of the individuals who have reached out to him and his family thus far, and that includes Parliamentary Representative Honorable Ron Redhead.
And thanks in advance, and I do appreciate the help that we got so far and the help that will be coming in. But the other people that I didn't mention or whatever, I mean, I was in the hospital at the time, so I don't know everyone exactly like that. But once I find out who you are, then I will thank you especially differently. But I appreciate everything that has been done so far and whatever will take place in the future. The special thanks to Ron Redhead. He provided us with an apartment in the Ghana's area, which is at the back at Food Fair. So, and I mean, we appreciate it much because it's a big help. Apart from that, there would not have been anything like that.
All right, Christina John with that report. Well, the next time the House of Representatives meets, there will be 4 members on the opposition side and 1 independent member, because Peter David has resigned from the main opposition New National Party, effective today, Monday, January 20, 2025. A statement today from the public relations arm of the New National Party says, quote, "The New National Party acknowledges the resignation of Peter David, Member of Parliament for the Tongue of St. George, from the party on Monday, January 20, 2025. Unquote. The statement, which was disseminated via social media, goes on to say, quote, "We extend our gratitude to Honorable David for his years of service to the NNP." Unquote. Political leader Emmeline Pear is quoted as wishing David the best in his endeavors. The statement says the party remains steadfast in its mission to serve the constituency of the Tongue of St. George and Grenada in general. Peter David's resignation letter was addressed and sent to Dr. Keith Mitchell, chairman of the party, as well as Deputy Chairman Gregory Bowen, political leader Emmeline Pear, Deputy Political Leader Nolan Cox, and General Secretary Roland Bowler. His resignation letter comes a little more than a month after the NNP held its convention and elected a new executive. David was one of 2 individuals vying for the leadership of the NNP, but he withdrew from the race hours before the December 15, 2024 convention. He explained his decision in a video message on his Facebook page on December 14.
It is not only the party and the country that have reached an inflection point. I have reached my own inflection point also. Without any selfish, naked political consideration or ambition, I must forego whatever personal wishes I have and stand for a broader principle, that of fairness, respect, and unity. They have shared who their nominee is. They have built a barricade for the way forward. Their divisive machinations have left me with little option but to withdraw myself from tomorrow's proceedings as a delegate or even an observer. Let it be known We shall deepen our advocacy. We shall continue to be open to the voice of the people. We shall work harder and we shall continue to organize. And above all, we shall continue to serve the interests of our constituents all across this tri-island state. The French writer and playwright Victor Hugo once said, "No power on earth can stop an idea whose time has come." Democracy's time has come, decency's time has come, honesty's time has come. I say to you, tonight is not the end of anything, it is the beginning of everything.
Peter David joined the New National Party in 2014 after he was expelled from the National Democratic Congress in 2012. In 2003, he became the Member of Parliament for the Tongue of St. George with 1,280 votes. He won the seat again in 2008 with 1,445 votes, in 2018 with 1,615 votes, and in 2022 with 1,329 votes. Meanwhile, following the resignation of Member of Parliament for the Tongue of St. George, Peter David, on Monday, political leader of the NNP, Emmeline Pear, confirmed to GBN the party's receipt and acceptance of the resignation.
So I can confirm that we have received resignation letter from Brother Peter David, and just to say that as a party we acknowledge the receipt of his resignation, and we wish to extend our very best wishes to him in the future as he continues his work.
The political leader did not disclose the reason for the resignation.
As it relates to reason, I can't allude to that. I'm aware of the resignation, but I have not spoken to him since his resignation. I know there's a letter that has been addressed to me, but I have not read the content of the letters yet, so I can't speak to what was stated as the reason.
Attempts to reach Peter David for comment were unsuccessful. In a press release on Monday, the NNP said it remains steadfast in its mission to serve the people of the Tongue of St. George, and by extension, Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique, with dedication. All right, this story to report. A legal ruling in Grenada's High Court has sided with attorney Nigel Stewart, declaring that his reputation was tarnished by defamatory remarks made on a popular television program. Rena Pitt-Thomas has the rest of the details.
A High Court judge in Grenada has ruled that attorney Denison Forrester George defamed attorney Nigel Stewart during a guest appearance on a popular weekly current affairs GBN program Beyond the Headlines. The ruling made on January 17th found that George's language on the program did indeed defame Stewart. The court has given George 21 days to issue a public apology and offer a sum to settle. If he fails to do so, both parties will return to court to determine an appropriate compensation sum. In his original claim, Stewart sought $150,000 EC dollars in damages. The offending statements were made on the program in December 2021 in a discourse that sought to examine how the long arm of the law can have implications for offenders who commit crimes in Grenada but reside abroad. In a statement to GBN following the ruling, Stewart expressed his relief, saying, and I quote, "I am quite relieved. There is still a little bit of litigation left to do, but the court's decision has put my mind at ease." Mr. George's statement caused a great deal of anguish to me, both personally and professionally. It has also had a significant impact on my family and my wife in particular. The court's ruling has provided us with a sense of closure. I would like to thank my attorney for his role in the outcome of the matter. I will also like to thank the court for playing its part in upholding my reputational rights. On court, GBN also reached out to Mr. Denison Forrester George for comment on the ruling, but he declined, stating that he would address the matter when the time is right. Rena Pitt-Thomas, GBN News.
At Ariza, we find ways to celebrate you. Little wins or bigger ones. Working hard and staying on track. Meet your need while saving for your dreams with our Chairs to You loan. Get up to $50,000, repayable in up to 10 years, and benefit from a lump sum saving when the loan is repaid. Live those dreams. Follow those steps. Take that leap of faith or invest in yourself. Make a toast. Lift a glass. Cheers to you. Join today and apply. Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom. Your future.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
Unlocking opportunities, Excel leads the way in digital advancement every single day. Fair internet access for all to share. Transparent billing with consumer care. Excel 3EC bill safeguarding our rights. Net neutrality, consumer protection shining bright. Mobile number portability available to you. Switch providers seamlessly. Keep the number true. Excel 3EC bill promoting fair play in the digital world. Every single day, affordable services are important for all. Through the EC bill, there'll be progress overall. Excel and the NTRCs connecting our communities.
Excel and the NTRCs digitally transforming our space together.
Whoa! Did you hear that? The National Lotteries Authority's Lotto jackpot is $212,000. Play Lotto today for chances at winning big. Lotto. Play and win a lot of money.
Grenadians, the National Celebrations Committee invites you to celebrate the next 50, embracing a future of development, transformation, and unity as we ready ourselves to mark the Grenadians' 51st anniversary of independence. On February 7th, 2025, activities include the Independence Monarch Competition semifinals, January 25th at Lassaget's Playing Field, with the final carded for Saturday, February 1st at the Sutters Bus Terminal. National Church Service, February 2nd, 3 p.m., Crossview RC Church. February 6th, National Colors Day, Interministerial Competition and Independence Cultural Extravaganza from 7 p.m. at the Grenfell Bus Terminal. And on Friday, 7th, it's the grand finale at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium, the Independence Day Rally, Military Parade, and Made in Grenada Expo. Let's all celebrate in true Grenadian unity, the anniversary of our 51st independence.
Grenada is such a beautiful country.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Make this Christmas happen for everyone this year. With Republic Bank, the finest loans we have to spread the Christmas cheer. With Republic Bank, we can make your dreams come true.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
A whole new level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, Because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
We return to an earlier story. GBN is apologizing to customers in the south of the island who experience fluctuations in their electricity supply during the day on Monday, January 20, 2025. The company says it is still assessing the cause of the problem. However, it says the issue may have originated in Woburn, St. George. At present, customers in Woburn are experiencing an electricity outage. GBN says it is continuing a thorough assessment of the lines and infrastructure with a view to restoring stable service to customers. Now, strengthening institutional capacity, data-driven decision-making, citizen engagement and participatory approaches, regional coordination and knowledge sharing are the key areas of focus as Grenada hosts the CUSO International Blueprints for Gender Equality Project meeting over the next 3 days at the Radisson Grenada Beach Resort. Christina John reports.
Implementing the blueprints for gender equality is the focus of a 3-day exercise at the Radisson Grenada Beach Resort. Shelley-Ann Forrester, Senior Manager of CUSO International, explained that the purpose of bringing together these directors is to share learnings, understand the best practices in each country, and how they mainstream gender equality in their programs and services, and also how to increase the number of services that are available to vulnerable communities.
CUSO International has been in the Caribbean since the 1960s, actually, and currently we're implementing the Blueprints for Gender Equality, which runs from 2022 to 2026. And the purpose of today's meeting is a regional meeting under the Blueprints for Gender Equality project because the project spans 4 countries: Dominica, Grenada, St. Lucia, and St. Vincent. And so we're using the opportunity all the gender divisions together. Throughout these next 3 days, we'll be agreeing on the legislations and policies that CUSO International will support the gender divisions to update, to improve, to amend. That's 1. 2, we'll also be discussing and finalizing communications campaigns for each of the divisions as well, and the thematic areas. So, for example, we already know that people living with disabilities is a very vulnerable group across the Caribbean, and so we know that's one targeted message that we want to amplify, and also to finalize how we can strengthen this regional coordination. This regional meeting is a first, and we want to identify even more opportunities for collaboration across the gender divisions of the 4 countries.
Forrester spoke to the success of the CUSO International in other countries.
Yes, so in South America, one of the most successful projects projects was the SCOPE project, and the SCOPE project was essentially to support Venezuelan migrants to assimilate and integrate into Colombia, Peru, and Ecuador. Given the fact that they are refugees, they would not have had, an abiding city. They would not have had an opportunity to thrive in these new countries. So the SCOPE project was responsible for over 10,000 job placements of these refugees in jobs in Colombia, Ecuador, and Peru. And it was so successful that we've been given the opportunity by our funder to do a phase 2 of the project in Peru.
Delivering the keynote address was Minister in the Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs, Senator Gloria Thomas, who highlighted this groundbreaking endeavor in the form of the Blueprints Project, which seeks to enhance the capacity of local governments of Grenada, St. Lucia, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines to integrate gender-responsive policies, programs, strategies, and services. Minister Thomas indicated that the focus on addressing the needs of the most vulnerable populations, including women, girls, youth, indigenous women, and persons with disability, is not merely an act of inclusivity, but a commitment to the principles of equity and justice.
Our collective efforts must focus on several key areas. 1. Strengthening institutional capacity. 2. Data-driven decision-making. 3. Citizen engagement and participatory approaches. 4. Regional coordination and knowledge sharing.
The Social Development Minister also reiterated that as a nation, Grenada is committed to integrating gender equality and social inclusion into all facets of public policy and service delivery. She said, together we can build societies where every individual has the opportunity to thrive, contribute, and be heard. CUSO International is a Canadian development organization that provides volunteers and experts to local pioneering organizations in the Caribbean and South America, covering thematic areas such as gender equality, economic resilience, and climate action. This 3-day exercise is funded by Global Affairs Canada. Christina John, GBN News.
This story to report, Health Minister Philip Telesford has disclosed that in 2025, the government will be looking at amending existing laws or introducing new laws as it pertains to environmental health.
It is no secret that health service in Grenada for a good while now has been at its lowest point, and the population has been crying out loud and clear. And as a matter of fact, I believe the NDC won election on a promise of better health care. I do not believe that we've actually significantly moved the needle as far as that is concerned yet.
Minister Telesford said the aim is to strengthen environmental health, noting it is an area the government must give top priority. During an end-of-year interview with Kevil Frederick, Senior Health Promotion Officer, Minister Telesford said, quote, "We are seeing the proliferation of different viruses, mosquito-borne viruses and so. If we are not careful, Grenada has a small population and mosquitoes multiply in mass, and the population can easily be significantly affected," unquote. Philip Telesford, who was appointed to serve as Health Minister in January 2024, believes the entire public health system is very complex and the problems and challenges can't be solved easily because of various stages of bureaucracy within the public health system. He said that though the promise to improve health services and the system was a significant part of the election campaign, the National Democratic Congress administration has not been able to move the proverbial health needle in a positive direction. On the eve of the bank holiday in Barbados, in honor of national hero and father of independence, the Right Excellent Errol Walton Barrow, he is being remembered as a freedom fighter and CARICOM integrationist. This is according to Barbados' ambassador to CARICOM, David Comijon. He was speaking as a guest on Morning Barbados. Ambassador Comijon said he knew Mr. Barrow personally and had the honor of serving in his administration as the youngest senator. He recalls Mr. Barrow as the architect of CARICOM and the Caribbean Free Trade Association, CARIFTA.
You know, there are many aspects to Mr. Barrow's legacy, but surely, right there at the top of the list is his achievements in the field of Caribbean integration. He came to office in 1961 on the verge of the total collapse of the West Indies Federation. Jamaica had just had its referendum. Jamaica had just pulled out of the Federation when Mr. Barrow, 2 months later, won the government. And to his credit, his first instinct was to try to save what was left of the Federation. He won office. He immediately traveled to Trinidad to meet with Eric Williams to say, look, let Barbados and Jamaica has pulled out, but let us come together and save the Federation.
Meanwhile, Barbados' Prime Minister Mia Motley wants countries to return to completing the CSME. She wants to see opportunities that facilitate the freedom of movement across the region. Motley, who is the current chair of CARICOM, stressed the importance of this, expressing the hope that it can be achieved this year.
We've done it over the years by looking at different sectors. Graduates and agricultural workers and security workers were the last two, I think, that came on. Media practitioners, artists, they were all there before. We have, as governments in the region, determined that we would want to extend this now to all categories of people. And we were to see it happen in 2024, but there was a delay in aspects of it. Fundamentally, we need to strengthen our economies and we need to put them on a trajectory for inclusive growth. And note that I said inclusive growth, not just growth at the macro level, but growth that permeates down to all of our people.
Still to come in Network News, Calypsonian Hercules retains the Independence Calypso Monarch in New York. Stay with us.
Grenada, the first major bingo event of 2025, is happening on Sunday, February 2nd. Get ready as Megaforce Promotions presents the massive Appreciation Mega Bingo. Everyone's going to be heading to Monroe Plain Field from 5 p.m. for this one, because you can win up to $50,000 in cash. And hear this, the first 1,000 people to enter gets a complimentary drink. And that's not the best part. Tickets are only $40. Buy one and get one free. That's serious? Yes, Sunday, February 2nd, Megaforce is doing it big again with the massive Appreciation Mega Bingo. Testing.
Get so much more with Courts Ready Finance. Whether it's a furniture upgrade or appliance replacement, it's easy when you shop using Courts Ready Finance. Get more flexibility by choosing your payment terms, more affordability with low monthly payments, and more access with fast and easy application. Plus, there's no down payment and you make your first payment in 30 days. Get great deals and gifts with select purchase. Get so much more with Courts Ready Finance. Only at Courts. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
So it begins, a journey like none other. Every moment has the potential to be unforgettable. Bring home a piece of the tropical green forest with every emerald. Capture Capture the sparkling light of flawless water in a diamond. Make the sunrise and sunsets last forever. With precious colored gemstones, the essence of happiness is in our most precious memories. So, when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will last forever. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
What if you had a choice? A choice of joining a line or a choice of making your purchases online? What would you choose? While you ponder on that, the National Lotteries Authority has provided another purchasing option. All their games are now available online. Yes, Grenadians, from wherever you are, purchase your favorite daily and jackpot type games using any electronic device. Register on the NLA's website at www.nla.gd. Top up your account and enjoy online lottery gaming at your convenience. We're taking shopping comfort up several notches, but the choice is yours. Join a line or buy online. NLA, make your dreams come true.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
Brooklyn came alive over the weekend with rhythm and soul as Calypsonian Hercules triumphed once more at the 2025 Independence Calypso Monarch. More in this report.
For the second consecutive year, Calypsonian Paul Hercules Williams, known by his stage name Hercules, has claimed the crown at the 2025 Independence Calypso Monarch competition held in Brooklyn, New York over the weekend. Hercules secured victory with his powerful rendition of the song 51 Years, earning an impressive 408 points. The captivating performance left the audience in awe. Here's a glimpse of his winning moment.
You must get involved. When push come to shove, she say, if we only feel what Grenada feel and take it for real, that's the only time we will heal. Tell them, if we only feel.
Taking second place were Kwaku and Cheryl V with their duet I Swear. Royden Bihari, one of the event organizers and producers, spoke with GBN via phone about the significance of the competition and its impact on the Calypso art form.
The Grenada New York Independence Monarch Show, I must say, which has been celebrated for over 25 years, is a cornerstone of cultural preservation and community engagement in the diaspora. It provided a platform to showcase Grenadian talent, keep our rich cultural Calypso tradition alive, and it also connected the Grenadians in the diaspora with their roots. This competition was a vibrant reminder of our shared identity and heritage, which fosters unity and pride among the Grenadian community abroad.
Bihari described the event as an resounding success.
Last night, from the competition, the 2025 competition was a resounding success. I want to ensure that I mention that because bringing together celebrated artists such as King Ajamu and Inspector, as well as the reigning Calypso monarch of Grenada, Innocent, and alongside many talented performers such as Mr. Legs, Hercules, Pet, Kwaku and Cheryl V, TG, that's Troy George, and a number of others were a very, very, very thought out initiative.
The 2025 Independence Calypso Monarch competition was a celebration of Calypso's vibrant legacy, showcasing both emerging and seasoned talents. Rena P. Thomas, GBN News.
Way to go, Hercules. The Ministry of Agriculture has signed a memorandum of understanding with 75 farmers, which will ensure the successful implementation of a national breeding initiative. Here's what we can tell you. This follows the recent importation of 400 live animals specifically for a national breeding program. Details in this report.
The recent importation of over 400 livestock is primarily intended to facilitate the launch of a national breeding program aimed at improving local genetics. Earlier this month, the Ministry of Agriculture imported 165 sheep, 159 goats, and 144 pigs, all pure breed, from the United States at a cost of EC $4 million. To ensure the successful implementation of this national breeding initiative, the ministry signed a memorandum of understanding with 75 farmers, 25 each specializing in breeding of sheep, goats, and pigs, who will participate in the program for the first 3 years of this 10-year project. Since the announcement of the program, the ministry has received numerous inquiries about purchasing and registering to receive these animals. However, Permanent Secretary Isaac Bagwan clarifies that these animals are not for sale. Instead, they are designated for the breeding program and in the first instance will only be provided to the 75 carefully selected farmers.
The initial intent of the program is for breeding. So we want to increase the quality, we want to increase the stock of the animal. So within the first 3 years or so, we'll be using the animal for breeding, both on the farms and select farmers, 25 each, would be able to be given a purebred animal so that they could do in that process. So there is no animal available currently for sale. After the first breeding cycle, what we would do is that we would select those that we would keep to breed again, and of course those that have not reached the standard to breed, then of course we would sell it to individual farmers and for probably the meat market. But the initial intent is not for animals to consume currently, but of course the intent later on, that is what would happen.
To further highlight the intent of the program, Coordinator of Component 4 of the Food Security Enhancement Project, Nugent Bernard, explained that the initiative goes beyond simply providing an animal to a farmer.
As we continue to breed animals from Maribo, which is the purebred breeding center, farmers would be exposed to the same kind of genetics that we have, right? So at due time, the ministry will put out information asking farmers who are interested in purebred to make application, right? Because again, it's not just giving a farmer animal. We want to make sure that the management system that the farmer has is adequate. We want to make sure that the feeding system that he has for the animal is housing and everything, is really taken care of, because in some cases we may even have to at some point in time look at how do we improve the housing condition for not just pigs but for sheep and goat, poultry, all the livestock animals, right? So there is no need for farmers to be calling and jittery about how do I get an animal, how do I set up an animal, how do I make application for an animal. This is a process that we have just started. In fact, as we speak, the animals are in quarantine for 6 weeks. After 6 weeks, we will determine what is going to happen with the 25 farmers that we have shortlisted, and then of course moving forward, taking care and making sure that we adequately manage those that we have at the Maribo facility.
The ministry reminds farmers that the program is designed for their benefit and encourages them to stay informed about its operations so they can ultimately reap the rewards. Christina John, GBN.
Coming up in the sports news, West Indies lose first test against Pakistan by 127 runs.
$10 on Playway, $20 back up on Pick 3, and cash for each, please.
Okay, are you adding multi-X to your bet?
Yes, multi-X, all of them.
Smart. Best value bet. Backup and multi-X. You cannot go wrong.
Don't matter the bets, multi-X all of the daily games.
With multi-X added, your winnings can be multiplied 3 times, 5 times, even 7 times. So make it a rule. Add multi-X to all your Playway, daily pick 3, and daily cash for bets every day and for every drop, and watch your money grow. Available at stores and online.
You heard it here. Multiply your winnings daily. Must be 18 or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Good evening, sporting fans. Chess in Grenada received a major boost on January 19 with the launch of a special training program aimed at the island's top male players. Dr. Lyndon Boer, a former South African chess captain and a key figure in his country's Olympiad history, is offering his coaching services to the Grenada Chess Federation free of charge. His wife, Dr. Denise Boer, also an experienced chess coach, led the Grenada women's team at the 2024 Chess Olympiad in Budapest. The selected players for this specialized training include national chess champion FM Reniel Gilbert, now a FIDE master, Jenard Roberts, Tyler Thomas, Vladimir Mendez, Javon James, Jeremy Henry, and Omario Pope, 5 of whom represented Grenada at the 2024 Budapest Olympiad. Additionally, Bernard Chaitan, Jazz Lewis, Jada Gill, and Rommel Ventu have been chosen for special coaching. Chaitan and Lewis were part of the female team in Budapest, while Gill and Ventu competed for Grenada at the regional tournament in Aruba in October 2024. Ventu is also the current under-10 champion. Dr. Boer will conduct the training virtually throughout 2025, holding 2 formal sessions sessions per month, alongside informal coaching and mentoring for the players. We can tell you too, this initiative is designed to significantly enhance Grenada's competitive edge in regional and international chess tournaments during the launch of the training program. Dr. Grenada Chess Federation's president, Ruggles Ferguson, expressed gratitude to Dr. Boer for his generous support, emphasizing the program's potential to elevate Grenada's performance in future chess competitions. He encouraged the participants to make the most of the opportunity. Dr. Boer's involvement in the Chess Olympiads dates back to 1992, when he made his debut in Manila, Philippines. He captained the South African team at the 2002, 2004, 2014, 2016, and 2018 Olympiads, and is currently the joint South African over 50 champion. Looking ahead, the Grenada Chess Federation is preparing for its first ever Independence Chess Tournament, which will take place on February 1 and 8 at the Olympic House in Montrouge. Following last weekend's penultimate round of matches in the GFA Premier League, Paradise FC International lead with 51 points. Following them are St. John Sports and Queen's Park Rangers, both tied on 34 points. FC Cameroon and Hurricanes SC are closely behind on 30 points each. Shamrock SC sit on 20 points, while SAP Spartans on 18. Hard Rock SC are next on 17 points. Fontenoy United are on 8 points, and at the bottom of the table are Monkridge SC on 3 points. Meanwhile, 5 teams are still in the running to secure a spot in the Premier League as action heats up in Division 1. Currently sitting at the top of the table are Notts 39 points. St. David FC follow closely on 36. St. Andrews Football League on 33, while Honved FC sit on 32. RGPF FC are at the middle of the table on 26 points. Springs FC on 18 points, and Combined Northerners are on 16. Chantemel FC are further down the table on 12 points, while Sunjets United and Happy Hill FC are tied on 10 points each. At the bottom of the table are Class Hub Roots on 8 points. All right. Finally, in the sports news, West Indies to withstand spin bowling proved detrimental as Pakistan crushed the visitors by 127 runs in the first of a 2-match test series in Multan on January 19. At the resumption of play on day 3, Pakistan were 109-4-3 in the second innings with a lead of 202 runs. Left-arm spinner Jamil Warakan, 7-32, came up big for the Maroon bowling attack as he led the charge in restricting the hosts to 157, setting the Windies a victory target of 251. In reply, West Indies never got a chance to settle as Pakistan's spin duo of right-arm off-spinner Sajid Khan, 5-4-50, and leggy Abra Ahmed, 4-for-27, made light work of the Caribbean batsmen, dismissing them for a shabby 123 inside 37 overs. Middle-order batsman Alec Anthony's 55 was the best contributor with the bat, with wicket-keeper Tevin Imlach, 14, Mikhail Louis, 13, skipper Craig Brathwaite, 12, and Kevin Sinclair, 10, the only others to score double figures. The result handed Pakistan their shortest completed men's test match on home soil. The second test will bowl off on January 25. That's the sports news for now. All right, let's talk this story for now. After appeals to several leaders of the United States, including the man dubbed America's first black president, Bill Clinton, and the official first black president, Barack Obama, it took an 82-year-old white man from Delaware, the 46th president of the U.S., to finally act on calls to pardon Marcus Garvey, Jamaica's first national hero. On his final day in office, U.S. President Joe Biden granted clemency to two Caribbean nationals, Marcus Garvey, a Jamaican-born civil rights leader, and Ravi Rakbir, an immigration activist from Trinidad and Tobago. They were included in a list of 5 individuals pardoned and 2 who were sentenced, who received sentence commutations as part of Biden's use of clemency powers to recognize remorse, rehabilitation, and redemption. In the official communique from the White House, Biden noted that Garvey, 1887 to 1940, was a renowned civil rights and human rights leader convicted of mail fraud in 1923 and sentenced to 5 years imprisonment. President Calvin Coolidge commuted his sentence in 1927. Mr. Garvey created the Black Star Line, the first black-owned shipping line travel, and founded the Universal Negro Improvement Association, which celebrated African history and culture. For years, Garvey's son, Dr. Julius Garvey, members of the UNIA, the Jamaican Caribbean community, tirelessly advocated for the national hero to be pardoned, but their requests were not granted. In his response, Prime Minister Andrew Holness expressed deep gratitude to Biden for his decision to pardon the national hero. He said that Garvey's pardon is a first step to exoneration and represents a victory, not only for Jamaica, but also for justice, truth, and humanity. All right, this story to report. Trump and his Vice President, J.D. Vance, took the oath of office in front of their families, guests, and former U.S. presidents in the Capitol. President Trump then made his inaugural address in which he hit out at Biden-era policies, discussed the loss of homes in the L.A. fires, and said the golden age of America begins, quote, right now. Reflecting on the attempt on his life, he said over the past 8 years, he has been tested more than any president, and that his life was saved for a reason to make America, quote, great again. His slogan, campaign cycles.
The golden age of America begins right now. From this day forward, our country will flourish and be respected again all over the world. We will be the envy of every nation, and we will not allow ourselves to be taken advantage of any longer. During every single day of the Trump administration, I will very simply put America first.
We'll remind you of the headlines right after this. Headlines before we leave you. Father and son sustained injuries in house fire at Mount Manassas on Saturday. Peter David officially resigns as a member of the new National Party. High Court judge finds attorney Denison Forrester George guilty of defaming attorney Nigel Stewart. Grenada hosts 3-day CUSO International Blueprints for Gender Equality project meeting. Also Also in the news, regionally, 46 U.S. President Joe Biden pardons Marcus Garvey in his last full day in office. Further afield, Donald Trump is sworn in as 47th President of the U.S. Plus, in the sports news, West Indies lose first test against Pakistan by 127 runs. I'm Kenroy, Baptiste. That's all from us in the newsroom. Thank you so much for tuning into the news. Stacey Blake will be in tomorrow. Good night.